Flex, alive is one in the section. Fit the runner, boy, you nigga, no question. You would run a motherfucker high stepping. Hey, you never had a big enough weapon. Motherfucker never learned your lesson. I'm an 88 pack nigga, woof. I'm an 88 pack nigga, woof. I mean, day walker, drink blood, fangs out, full moon, motherfucker, change like a hoe, nigga. I'm just a nigga from the hood trying to stack a little cheddar for the money.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Lightweight. Lightweight, baby. It's time to bleed this morning. Drew Titan Bronx on deck. Shout out to mighty LDBC. Smash the like button. Like and share the video. We're going to talk about some things this morning. See, we got in the building. G. McCall, Steve Elder Mack, Eric H. Black Alpha, Eric Jordan, salute, good brother, MJ Total Health and Wellness, Macados Mac of the South, Andrew Gray, King Bonnie, Robert Singleton, Jalen Hudson, Seen and Unseen Boxing, Abdul Anwar, Shade Girl, Cop Aborigines, Rick Blackwell, Sensei, Stormy B-Man, Mo Boxing, Vince Fileborn, hashtag LDBC. Smash the like button. We're going to have a conversation. We're going to talk about how things are perceived and a little bit of privilege. And when you see things for what they are, you'll understand the intent of certain fan bases. And we're going to talk about that. Lamont, Adrian, Shamar, Todd French, salute. So come on in, have a seat, because I have questions. You know what I'm saying? I have questions. Now, we all understand that this sport of boxing, the sweet science, aka the hurt business, aka the peddling of flesh, aka they love you today and hate you tomorrow, that sort of thing. I call it a scumbag business. A scumbag business, it is. That comes twofold. It's a scumbag business because, well, we talk to fighters, some of us do. And they'll tell you why it's a scumbag business. Ask Nadal Hussein. Yeah, why am I bringing him up? Right. Bud, what up? He can tell you why it's a scumbag business. Tay, morning. It's a scumbag business. So, okay. And these are the things that I'm talking about. All right, we're going to talk about perception and what's done. Perception and what's actually done. Perception and what's actually done. So Brian Morrison, I've never seen before, says, I agree. I don't think Wilder is over the hill. Manny Pacquiao was and is an all-time great. Mr. Wilder, not so much. What happened was his competition got better and he found his level, I can debate it. Actually, you can't. Actually, you can't. And this is what I'm talking about, perception. Now, this man said Manny Pacquiao was and is an all-time great. Mr. Wilder, not so much. Brian Morrison, Wilder is an all-time great. Like it or not. Listen to what I said. Like it or not. Just like, watch this, just like Manny Pacquiao's going to the Hall of Fame. Like it or not. He's going. Bottom line, he's going. Like it or not. Now, if you like it, that means you like everything about this man's career. Now, Brian, didn't I just mention Nadal Hussein? Brian, don't block him, please. Don't block him. Now, you're saying you can debate it. I mentioned Nadal Hussein, Brian. Who's Nadal Hussein? Go ahead, Brian. Go ahead, Brian. I'll give you some time. Now, I said Manny Pacquiao's going to the Hall of Fame, like it or not. Deontay Wilder is a Hall of Fame fighter, like it or not. And you said his competition got better. You're trying to say he got exposed when the competition got better. Groovy. There's a reason why I put Manny Pacquiao laying on the floor next to Deontay Wilder. Because one man got extended a lot of privilege while the other man did not. Right, Brian. He fought Manny Pacquiao in the Philippines, who was screwed out of a knockout. Now, who screwed him out of the knockout? Who screwed him out of the knockout? Go ahead. Who screwed Nadal Hussein, whom I speak to a lot? And he's never, now 20 years plus later, he just recently, yes, Carlos Padilla. He never got over that. He just mentioned it again 3 days ago on his social media. He never got over that. That one night may have altered his career. And when you talk to people online, when he posts about it, people say, oh man, well, you wouldn't have did anything anyway. You know how hurtful that is to a fighter? You know what that does to them? You don't know. If they give him that knockout, we might have been talking about Nadal Hussein versus Floyd Mayweather for all we know. We don't know. We'll never know. But we saw him knock Manny out, and Carlos Padilla robbed him and then admitted it, and they still let him in the Hall of Fame. Now, did Manny have anything to do with that? Or was that the business of boxing? Now, when we talk about the business of boxing, we talk about favoritism in boxing. Now I want you to rethink what you just said about Deontay Wilder. Do you know where this man is supposed to be? Do you know the hurdles he had to fight against to get where he is? It seems that black fighters, for the most part, have to battle their opponents across the ring, and they have to fight against the machine. Brian Morrison, do you know what I talk about when I mention the machine as it pertains to some of these black fighters? Do you know what I'm talking about when I say the machine? I think you do. You're a bright man. Please explain to me what the machine is. Go ahead. You said you can debate it. I'm giving you an opportunity. What is the machine? The weirdest thing about Satan is that he's convinced people that he does not exist. And we're all here watching the same thing, but we interpreted it very different. I know what I'm looking at. We've been here for Deontay Wilder's entire career. I know what I saw. And it's not only Deontay Wilder that this has happened to. King, I'm sorry, brother. I meant to call you back yesterday. I'm going to call you today. So, Mr. Morrison, please explain. What do I mean when I say the machine? Because the machine worked for these two men totally different. And I firmly believe one of them was cheating at one point in their life, and the other one was not. I know that for a fact. That's a fact. Todd French in that super chat, he said, but there is Manny right here, there on the screen, doing the clicking chicken face down. Last time I checked, Manny doesn't have 10 straight title defenses. He does not. So Brian says, you believe there is an overarching nefarious force working against certain fighters, groups, be their status, color, or creed. Do you agree with that? I'm asking you, so you defined it. So you're saying, I believe. Do you believe? Am I wrong on that? Do you believe? Because you said you can debate that. And this is the title of my show. One is told to retire. The other one is told to get up and fight again. And he did. I remember that night clearly, like it was yesterday. Deontay got up. This dude planked and they stopped the count. He was sleeping. And they went to ESPN and they said, well, we want a fifth fight. I said, God damn. He says to an extent for sure, but it's more case by case. No, it's not, good brother. Brian, no, it's not case by case. It is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. You know the history of this sport. We can go from Jack Johnson all the way to Deontay Wilder. This been a machine. It's just more covert these days. But we exist to call it out. And when we call it out, we're told we're playing the goddamn race card. Where's the lie? Absolutely there's a machine. Absolutely there's a machine. Now watch this, Brian. Why doesn't Deontay Wilder get extended the same courtesy that Manny Pacquiao has? Go ahead, please explain that. Now, Brian, you're in here being, we're having a conversation. The other dudes, I done bust them upside their head. You don't need to tell me about his record. You don't need to tell me about his skill set. We're not talking about that. Because for a long time, I was watching Manny Pacquiao, and I'm like, left, no, right, left hand, right, left hand, bounce, right, left hand, right, left hand. And I was saying, yo, is Freddie Roach going to teach him something different? He better not do that shit. And then this right here eventually happened. George, what up? Southern T, what up? So I'm asking. We know the machine exists. We know that. It's a real thing. You want me to take it somewhere else? Let's take it somewhere else. Pay attention. Brian, do you know who Cameron Duncan was? He says, well, his skill set and record is a big part of why people don't like him, as well as him being FBA. It's true. I don't know what skill set has to do with that KO streak. I don't know what that has to do with anything. Now, before Deontay Wilder rose to popularity, we dealt with 2 decades of Floyd Mayweather and people talking about, I don't like him. He runs a lot and he don't knock anybody out, but he was winning. So they didn't like Floyd, and then enter Deontay Wilder. They don't like Deontay Wilder. That is strange. That's very strange. While I was in the pocket defending Floyd, oh, he don't knock anybody out. He's a runner. I said, well, why don't anybody get in the ring and contradict his style? Manny Pacquiao could do it. I said, no, he can't. You gonna see. Why don't they fight? Why don't Manny take the drug test? Oh, Floyd's trying to change the rules. No, he's not. Manny's trying to change the rules. Catch weight, smaller gloves, smaller ring. Those were his. That's what he wanted. He wanted his choices on venue, which was fine. Floyd agreed to that. He wanted to wear smaller gloves, which was fine. He wanted like $8 million for every pound Floyd came in overweight. Floyd agreed. All Floyd wanted was OSDT. And it took Manny 4 years to agree to that. And nobody said anything? Y'all remember that? Y'all remember that? Let a black fighter do some stupid shit like that. Oh, I'm sorry. Floyd, by asking for that, was told he was a chicken. There was so many Kentucky Fried Chicken buckets all over the internet with Floyd's face on it, which was racist in itself. Y'all remember this? I remember this because that was around the time I came to YouTube and I was like, what's going on here? What is this? I remember that. And I said, look, man, to be the best, take the test, right? He's not on drugs, right? They said, nah, F you, Floyd, you trying to change the rules. Who do you think you are? Manny's scared of needles. He got tattoos. Manny is scared the sight of his own blood, which is a medical condition. But I said, man, that don't sound right because he made David Diaz look like Frankenstein after that fight. There's blood all over the place. He don't like the sound. No, he means his own blood. All the excuses, there was like 18 of them. And nobody said anything. And all I keep saying is, man, I wonder if a black fighter did the same thing. Would he get extended the same courtesy? The answer is no. All Floyd wanted was a clean sport because he know the sport was dirty. Now, Manny never got caught, but I know what did happen. The KO streak stopped. And then enter Nonito Donaire, who does the same thing that Floyd wanted to do, and he got applauded for the same thing. Floyd got cut down, Nonito got applauded. How? 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 We know how. So I don't want to hear anything about a skill set. Manny didn't have the cleanest skill set either. Adam Koronaki has the ugliest style I've ever seen. And he's, listen, no homo, but he's not a handsome kid. But nobody clowned him for his dad body. They were calling him a warrior. Adam got it done, and he throws punches. And I'm like, man, it's sloppy. It's sloppy. And he looks sloppy. He look like he don't touch a gym. But every time I turn around, someone's talking about Deontay's legs. We see these things. I'm jumping around a bit. Larry Holmes, legendary fighter, but one of the most disrespected heavyweights of all time. What are we talking about here? I've been around this thing too long. There's too much history that justifies what I'm talking about. He says, I know the whole Cameron Duncan thing, no black fighters need to repeat it. So you obviously know what I'm talking about. You obviously know what I'm talking about. Do you know about the Teofimo Lopez thing? You obviously watch me. You obviously know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. Eric Jordan, that super chat, he said Deontay Wilder has the ninja sword heavyweight. Heavyweight? I got you. I can find it. What the fuck is it? There it is.
Give power to my nigger sword!
What I have on my side is history. History. And you see the clowns coming in here. I don't know where they're from. They could be jigaboos. They could be Pinoys. They could be Latinos. They could be anybody. But you see the unconditional hatred for Deontay Wilder. What was Deontay Wilder's crime? Wanting to fight the best. All I hear about Manny Pacquiao is how he's this devoted Christian and he fights for his people. You hear that, right? Deontay Wilder can't fight for his people because I believe a lot of his people are against him. Take note of the jigaboos. See that dude Boo right there? Jigaboos. Deontay Wilder can't say I fight for my people. I put the people on my back. He can't say shit like that. Oh, how's he gotta be racist? Oh, what do you mean your people? Oh, your people kill each other. Oh. But Manny Pacquiao can fight for his entire fucking island though, right? That's noble what he's doing. It's noble when he says it. Right? Where's the lie? Deontay Wilder can't say shit like that. Because supremacy will check him on that. Why it gotta be like that? You know what time it is. And not only is he a full-fledged black man and proud of it, he fought for this country in the Olympics. And he still gets disrespected. Make that shit make sense. Make it make sense. And then you want to mystify the whole process by saying, well, it's his skill set. Fuck his skill set. I looked at the results. And y'all niggas nitpick everything that he did along the way. It's disgusting. If you're black doing that, I don't even want to talk to you. If you're American, I really don't want to talk to you. All of America should have got this man's back. But y'all chose Tyson Fury. Y'all chose everything that he was opposing against in the ring. The way this man was treated was absolutely disgusting. And then there's Manny Pacquiao. There was that. He got body bagged. Body bagged. After the second Marquez fight, I said, you know, Manny needs to stay away from him because eventually he gonna get him. He's gonna get him. And he got him. He got robbed in the third fight. In the fourth fight, he said nope. And let me tell you how low of an IQ Manny Pacquiao has. Leading up to this fight, if you watch when they were in the movie theater with Max Kellerman, Marquez told him how he was gonna knock him out. He said, Manny lunges in, and I'm going to punch over his left hand. And I'll be damned. He knocked out a sparring partner during the 24/7 with the same thing. He was over-scouted. And he slept him. I said, I can't believe he actually did that shit. So when we talk about lack of skill and boxing IQ, how stupid was that? The man told you how he was going to do it, and he did it. Because you know what? These fighters are creatures of habit. They're creatures of habit. They do what comes naturally. Deontay Wilder's disrespected as an American, and he's disrespected as a black man. Manny Pacquiao, who I believe was cheating, never got caught. But we're not stupid. All those excuses, you want to cut off dates for drug testing against Floyd. What kind of game is this? And then when they finally make the fight, Freddie Roach says, oh, you know, we'd have had to fight a long time ago, but we refused a drug test. I said, there it is. We've been saying this for 4 years. Going on 5. What are you talking about? There it is right there. 4 years later, he admits what we've been arguing about online for 4 years. I'm getting called all kind of niggas and flomos and chicken and watermelon and all these emojis. What the fuck? All of these weapons used against black people, black fans. And then the people that use that shit at their discretion, to their advantage, turn right around and say, ain't no racism in boxing. If I'm going back and forth with an Italian online, do I send them a pizza emoji to disrespect them? A spaghetti emoji? Does that shit even exist? It's always us. One is told to retire, one is told to get up and fight again, and he did. When Wilder lost to Tyson Fury, when he was robbed the second time, When he was robbed when he fought him the second time. They couldn't wait for that shit. Oh, Wilder's done, he's done. Oh, Wilder's done, he's done. Wilder's done, he's done. He's bum squad. Wilder's done, he's done. I said he's not done. But I'm gonna tell you something. You know why I wanted him to retire after the third fight? It's not that I didn't want him to get his get back. You goddamn fans don't deserve a guy like Deontay Wilder. Like you don't deserve a guy like Devin Haney. You don't deserve those guys. You don't. You guys are fucking clowns. You guys are clowns. You act like these things don't exist. You act like it don't exist. So let me read this super chat first. I'm going to address something else Mr. Morrison said. Never mind that Wilder's the most ducked boxer during his prime fight. Ask AJ and Klitschko if wasn't his skills why he didn't fight them. Cook, Drew, I'm on the job. See, we can get deep into that. He could have fought Klitschko. Klitschko told him no. What? You're going to say, oh, they were both promoted by Shelly Finkel? Yeah, that's exactly why. Shelly Finkel had a vested interest in keeping them away from each other. But Deontay wanted to fight. If Klitschko wanted to fight, he could have said, yeah, make the fight. But he didn't. He said, I want the belt back in the family. Who has the WBO belt? No, I'm sorry. Who has the WBC belt? I want it back in the family. Yeah. Give me Bermain Stavern. Stavern got in there and lost to Deontay Wilder. Magically, he don't want the WBC belt anymore. Magically. So Brian Morrison says, I've been extremely disappointed in him since the third Fury fight. The onus is on us as FBA to strive for excellence and to prove them wrong, but it's like he didn't try. Brian, do you have any idea what happened leading up to that third Fury fight? Because you're talking, but do you have any idea? Do you have any idea? Do you? What do you mean he didn't even try? What are you talking about? What are you talking about over there? Let me ask you a question, Brian. When didn't I ask this question to somebody else a while ago, like 2 weeks ago? When was the third Fury fight supposed to happen? Give me the month. Give me the month. No. We ain't doing this. We ain't doing this. Give me the month, please. And this is the shit I'm talking about. Manny Pacquiao ducking all kind of drug tests, and nobody says anything. Everyone's talking about Deontay Wilder didn't try. And this leads in. I'm glad Brian showed up. I don't know who that is. When was it supposed to take place, fella? Please. Can y'all hear me now? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. All right, so I'm back. All right, so I'm back. Had a little problem with my internet. Okay, so yeah, you know, okay, so you know the intangibles, Brian. And this is what I'm saying. This is what we talk about, courtesy. What do you think went on? Well, let's just get right to it. Brian, do you believe a word that Tyson Fury said? This is what I'm talking about. So you know the fight was supposed to happen in July. It was pushed back to October, and you snuck in that Wilder's camp agreed to it. Of course, why? Because he wanted it back in blood. Do you believe a word that Team Fury said when they postponed that fight? Do you believe a word? Yes or no? Do you believe anything they said? The Furies lie all the time. So stop right there, Brian. In what universe do you hold anything against Deontay Wilder? You said it's like he didn't even try. But he was in there with a cheetah. They switched the referee 4 days. The referee for the main event, they switched referees on the team 4 days before the event. They didn't even know. I called Tay Jones and asked him, yo, you know they switched refs on y'all, right? He said no. Gave him a long count again. Right? And nobody wants to talk about it but us. Nobody wants to talk about how he left the country during the pandemic. Nobody wants to talk about that. When I'm talking to you, clearly you're an American, and you're saying it's like he didn't even try. What are you talking about? You just said, thank you, there go Tay right there. 2 days, my bad. 2 days. I called and told him, I said, you're not, and then, Brian, do you remember who the ref was? You know who the ref was? Tell me who the ref was, because that's important in itself. The OG, the real OG, Mr. Martin, that super chat, much love. He said, did this guy say he was disappointed in Wilder's effort? That was one of the best heavyweight fights in the last 15 years. Let's not forget Wilder was carrying an extra 30 pounds during that fight. Yeah. He looked good, but he was overweight. Wait, Brian, how do you know what are you talking about? How do you know what was going on in his... What? Brian, were you in the camp? What are you talking about? Tay, you see this? You see this, right? But what did Fury tell you? What did we hear about Fury's camp? We heard Jared Anderson was kicking his ass. And then they lied about COVID. So what are we talking about? You calling Gerald Washington, Hellenist, Stephen Torres, Junior Fa, and Walt Harris now they're bums? You're not answering the question. I'm talking about what Fury did, and you just admitted that he's a cheater. Ladies and gentlemen, this is perfect. When I say how people mystify the process, you just admitted that Fury's a cheater. All of this has nothing to do with what Fury did. Who was the ref? You see, he's bringing this up and calling Fury a cheater, but disregarding what he did. The Machine was on Fury's side the entire time. MTK by Daniel Canahan. He was on drugs and postponed the fight so he could cycle off, getting up like the Undertaker again. The long count, the referee, Russell Mora. You know who that is, Brian Morrison? You know who Russell Mora is? Mr. Morrison, do you know who that is? Do you know who that is? So you know where I'm going. You know where I'm going. So all of these things Deontay had to fight against. By the way, he had to fight against, and all he has is a right hand. He has to fight against all of that. And the fact that he didn't even have to do it, he did it, and he's still getting critiqued. Not even critiqued, disrespected. Because nobody talks about that but us. Us! And this is the American champion? The only American champion looking to go in the thick of things and do shit? And this is how he's treated? I'm talking to you about these cheaters and the machine he's up against, and you're talking about Junior Farr and Robert Helenius in his camp and calling them bums. Ignoring what these niggas did to him. We don't get extended the same courtesy. Thank you, Brian. You're proving my point. You know you proved my point, right? This is exactly what this show is about. I'm talking about that shit. I'm talking about the shit he was up against. Now, if Manny Pacquiao was going up against that, there'd be another world war. Because all we hear about Manny Pacquiao is he's prideful and he loves his people and the Filipino people, and Floyd's not like that, and Floyd's not like that, and Floyd's not like that. You know who is? Deontay. Now, Deontay is like that. Did Deontay go to Gucci and drop 8 mil? He could have. He didn't. Manny Pacquiao's not the best boxer in the world. He was exciting to watch. But he's not the best boxer in the world. When we talk about where he lacks, somehow we end up talking about how much of a good person he is. And watch this, he's not that good of a person. If you talk to Jinky, she'll tell you, the dude got a fucking child out of wedlock. I already got a couple of children out of wedlock. He was cheating all over Jinky, and he had a cocaine issue. You don't want to talk about that. Floyd Mayweather don't have a drug issue that we know about. When Mike Brown got murdered, Deontay went down there and marched. And you know what happened when he went down there and marched? The haters said that was a publicity stunt. I said, wait a minute. Him going down there and marching for the murder of Mike Brown is a publicity stunt? What the fuck are y'all talking about? He's black first. Every time he does something for his people, his own people cut him down. And when I say people, I'm talking about blacks and Americans. You want to know how I know this is true? Let's go to the UK. When George Floyd had that fucking knee on his neck, all Anthony Joshua did was speak to the black people over there. Y'all remember this? And he said, look, we need to support black business. That's all he said. He didn't say kill whitey. He didn't say don't support white business. He said we need to support each other. Do you remember what they said about Anthony Joshua? I was getting screenshots from Twitter. Oh, you see if we support you now, AJ. See if we support you now. Those white folks those crackers got mad at him. They got mad at him. Did they not? I'm not making that up. AJ stood on business. Mo Boxing, you know that. You know that. AJ, I said, oh, I like that. AJ stood on business. And they came for him. And I looked at Eddie Hunt. I did a video about it. I said, Eddie, no. Don't be political now. You say, yo, you get off of AJ's dick now. What happened in America's fucked up. You kidding me? We never get extended the same courtesy, ever. So, Brian, I know you here. I don't even know if that's your real account. But you know, you watch my show. You know I was about to hit you with the Cameron Duncan audio. You know I can hit you with the Teofimo Lopez audio. He leaked it. No, you're never going to be a champion at 135. He was basically saying, I'm getting the sanctioning bodies are permitting me to take the easy route, and we're going to go around you. And he still hasn't fought Devin. Devin's running around trying to fight everybody, and what do y'all do? You cut him down. Because why? Because he don't paint his fingernails? I mean, he's tatted up. That's not enough. He got gold fronts. That's not enough. Oh, I'm sorry. He got to beat a bitch up at a basketball game. He has to be a nigga to be accepted. For white America, oh, there you go, boy. Yeah. Because at any point, they can yank the rug from under your goddamn feet. That's why they don't like Devin. And that's why they don't like Deontay. So when you tell me that he don't stand on business, when you tell me that he didn't give an effort, what do you mean? If you know what you just told me, Fury's a cheater and he was allowed to cheat. You watch me, you know that Fury's not even allowed in this country anymore. All of those things Deontay Wilder was fighting against. And what are you in here saying exactly? If you know that, what are you really talking about? You prove my point. He's told to retire. Manny's told to get back in the saddle. Now let me tell you what Manny did after that KO loss. Right there on Sports Center, they said, nah, he can fight again. Y'all remember Skip Brainless talking about, no, he's okay. He got right up after he can fight again. Let me tell you, Skip was right. Because after that, he fought Brandon Rios. He fought Tim Bradley for the 14th time. He fought Chris Algieri. He fought Floyd Mayweather. He still got the Mayweather fight. Lost that. Fought Tim Bradley again. Beat him. Fought Jesse Vargas. Beat him. Got robbed against Jeff Horn in Australia. Touche. Fought Lucas Matisse. Stopped him. Fought Adrian Broner. Beat him. Fought Keith Thurman. Knocked him down. And he lost to Udanis Ugas. And they still he's still talking about fighting again. He really continued his career. So So Brian, what are you really talking about here? You just said Fury's a cheater. But in the same breath, you said it's like he didn't even try. And then you attacked his camp. You weren't there. I see you talking to Tay Jones. He don't know you. But you're reading shit and you're saying Junior 5, no good. Gerald Washington, no good. Malik Scott, no good. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Do you want to talk about the 4th round of the 3rd fight? Where Russell Mora was instrumental? That fight was over. Robbery. But you want to tell me it's like he didn't even try. What are you talking about? Nobody says these things about Manny Pacquiao. They never did. And when we said, there's certain things I like to see him do in the ring, and when we're talking boxing, we were met with chicken emojis and monkey emojis. And then it always comes up how he's a prideful person and he fights for the power of the Philippines. It always goes there. I said, I'm not debating that. He loves his people. But then every time we talk about Deontay Wilder loving his people, it's a problem. Floyd didn't do that, and y'all cool with that. Y'all didn't like Floyd when he was whooping Manny's ass. But y'all like when we dump on him, justifiably so. Andre Ward didn't even get into that. He didn't even put black pride on his shoulders. You know why? If he did do that, you know what y'all niggas would be doing? Talking about, well, his daddy white. As a matter of fact, that's exactly what he told Fred from the barbershop. Hold on now, my daddy white. Didn't he say that? I said, oh, but your mama black. Never mind. Never mind. Once dudes start doing that, I back up, man. I'm like, oh, never mind, man. Never mind. You see what they're doing. We're out here defending you. I ain't asked for your help. Never mind. Never mind, Dre. Okay, man. All right. You know what? You're right. The Hall of Fame fighter. But I remember when they were telling Andre Ward he sucks because he's not active enough. He's always injured. I remember that. Because they always come to us. When a black fighter's doing something, they always run to us. They want to run us and talk about Adrian Broner's sex tape, but don't want to talk about Andre Ward trying to fight the best. I remember that. They always run to us. Do you realize, Brian, that we on here as black fans fighting multiple wars that other ethnicities don't fight? Do you know that? And you're in here doing it right now. You're talking to Tay Jones, who is in the camp. What are you talking about? Other than Jared Anderson, who was whooping Fury's ass, which is really the real reason why they postponed the camp. So who was there? Anderson and Joseph Parker was there. I don't know if he was a chief sparring partner. I don't know. Who else was there? Who else was there to give Fury work? Do you even care? Do you have to Google it? I don't know. Marcus Walls in that super chat, he said, damn shame, but it's the truth how they do our brothers. Oh, yeah. And this is the prime example. This gentleman in here is talking about the negative, but I'm pointing out the negative to make the point. Did anyone talk about Manny Pacquiao's lack of skill or his sparring partners in his camp against Marquez? Did anyone say anything about that? This dude just came in here and broke down everybody in Deontay's camp. I'm wondering, did anybody ever do that to Pacquiao's camp when he lost to Ugas? When he lost to Jeff Horn? Oh, it was his camp. It was his camp. Oh, yeah. Everyone's so easy. It's so quick to say what Deontay Wilder was supposed to do. Fine. I already explained what he did against Zhilei Zhang. I explained it. He made a mistake. It happens. He made a mistake. And he paid for it. Fine. He got up. Now, from an emotional standpoint and me being concerned for my brother, I would like to see him retire. For two reasons. I don't want to see him get hurt. He has nothing to prove. I don't want to see him getting hurt. But the major reason is because fuck y'all. That's why. That's why I want him to retire. Because fuck y'all, for real. Not y'all in general, but the people that had nothing good to say about him in the first goddamn place. Real talk. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I'm sick of y'all ass. I'm really sick of y'all, for real. Y'all want him going? I want him going too, because y'all don't deserve it. Run around and imagine you're licking the tattoos off of Tank's back. Do that. Do that. You love Tank, but I sat right here and I watched people cut up Shakur because he wouldn't engage. He still won the fight, but they cut him up. And if Shakur's smart, he'll say, fuck you. If I don't want to get hit, that's my business. You do you, young man. And I don't fuck with Shakur like that either. But I hope he's paying attention to the atmosphere. Because I don't care how Puerto Rican you think you are, they're going to remind you of how black you are. When someone goes upside your head, you become a meme. Maybe that's why he's engaging with the Puerto Rican fans. Because he know how you niggas do. Huh? It kind of makes sense when you think about it. Huh? Is it too real? It's gotten too real in here? What, you're hot? You're sweating? I think D should hang it up, not because I think he's done, because once the emotion is settled in, because I'm scared for my brother, but if he's ready, if he's going to continue, then we on. It's up to him. We on. But if he wants to hang it up, cool. Did I want him to hang it up? Yes. More the reason is because y'all don't appreciate him. Y'all don't. He's disrespected by Americans. He's disrespected by Black Americans. And the UK fans, fuck them. For the ones that don't like him, I mean. Fuck them. Yeah, where'd Brian go? I'm what? Where'd you go, bro? Because I'm not lying. He has to retire. He wasn't flatlined like Manny Pacquiao was. Manny Pacquiao went on and then fought Keith Thurman and dropped him in the first round. I was like, oh shit, look at this. Look at this. Do y'all know Keith Thurman? I don't think there was no, what was the drug testing for that Thurman fight? Because people were really talking about, he could have, that did like the Manny Pacquiao from like 2010, It's whatever. So Devin Noel says, why are you disrespecting Pac to uplift Wilder? You can celebrate Wilder without downplaying. Am I disrespecting Pac? How am I disrespecting? Don't block Devin. How am I disrespecting Manny Pacquiao? How am I disrespecting Manny Pacquiao? How am I disrespecting Manny Pacquiao? Why is it okay for people to come in here and talk about the lack of Deontay's skill set and talk about his entire camp being bums and disregard the fact that he's going to the Hall of Fame, 10 title defenses? Every time we talk about Manny Pacquiao, we go from his career to the power of the Philippines, but I can't talk about the fact that Deontay Wilder damn near got off a beer truck and only started fighting because he had a handicapped daughter. How am I disrespecting Manny Pacquiao to uplift Wilder? I don't need to down any fighter to uplift my brother. I don't need to. I can just talk about him. I'm just making the comparison. Manny got flatlined by Marquez. It was scary. It was scary because he laid there. I don't want to see a death in the ring. But when he got up, I said, oh, he's okay. I noticed the audience said, fight him for a fifth time. I said, pause, wait a minute. Give him about a week. Is he going to be talking slow or something? Let him chill for a minute. And my point is, Manny was uplifted, Devin, and went on to do some other things in his career. He was uplifted. Every time Deontay looks like this, they tell him to go away. So how the fuck am I using Manny Pacquiao to uplift Wilder? Wilder's had a boot on his head since he picked up a pair of gloves. Before he lost, they keep looping when he was in camp with David Haye, when David Haye was training to fight Fury, until he got injured and that fight ain't happened. They kept showing when Deontay threw out a lazy jab and Devin rolled in and hit him with a counter right hand. They kept looping that. Oh, see, this is why Wilder's a bum. But in that same camp, he's schooling Hrgovic. Y'all forgot about that, right? No one was talking about that. Hrgovic, who just lost in Saudi? That was in the same camp. Don't want to talk about that. I don't need to down anybody to uplift Wilder. What are you talking about? Winners don't do drugs. Manny was never caught. Manny was put on a pedestal. I should have brought Nadal Hussein on here. They're putting referees in the Hall of Fame for jerking opponents in the name of Manny Pacquiao. What are you talking about, Devin? What are you talking about? Did you just get here? Y'all cats waste no time proving my point. Todd French in that super chat said, I want him to retire because boxing don't deserve him. Mofos like Brian, who never laced up gloves, telling the man he didn't try. Why come back to this?
Look, D don't need boxing for money. Like, unfortunately, some fighters do. From what I understand, he's made beautiful investments. Twofold. Safety. This is just my opinion. Safety. But if he's going to get in the saddle again and do it, let's rock. Fuck it. Lace him up. But more importantly, the fans don't deserve him. It's not only him. I mentioned Devin Haney. They don't deserve him. This is the craziest thing I've ever seen. The big lip knuckle dragging monkeys from Planet of the Apes. Oh, y'all so moist. You did the same thing to Deontay Wilder. Y'all ruining his legacy. Man, fuck you, Taco Tuesday. You know what, y'all? It's no longer Taco Tuesday. It is now Monkey Tuesday. Monkey Tuesday! Fuck that nigga. Tucson Eric said in that super chat myself, he said, I don't want Deontay Wilder to be remembered like Roy Jones Jr. I understand. Oh, Tay popped him? All right, get him out of there. Innocent Blue Bonnet Flowers. I'm not even going to read that. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. Somebody name another fighter from any weight class that has 10 title defenses. Go ahead, and y'all can use Google. Go ahead. I'm sure there's some. Put them in there. I'm sure there's some. I don't know everything, y'all. Stormy's in the chat. Is anybody else that have 10 title defenses? Bring it to my... Shout out to Scrapbook. I'm sure he know. The AM spot says, salute, bro. I beg Deontay to call my cuz Ox. He need to get rid of Malik. Brother, first of all, respect to you. I don't know you. And I don't know, that part, that's like not my business. You know what I mean? It's not my business. It's not my business, man. It's not my business. Ali, yep. Thank you, Mugan. Name, while you're at it, while y'all looking for a fighter that has 10 title defenses in any weight class, from strawweight to heavyweight, name a fighter that Deontay Wilder outweighed. Go. No AM spot, no. Salute, bro. Salute, bro. No doubt. Salute, George. Okay. George coming with the names. Janimba, no. I ain't see you in a while, Janimba. Did he outweigh Spilka? I don't think so. I could be wrong. I don't think so. Victor J says at the time Pacquiao being stopped, he came from 108 to 147, crossed 10 weight classes, and won belts in 7 different weight classes. You know what I noticed, Victor J? He says respect to Wilder, Patman came with more cachet. You know what I noticed, Victor? You said 7 weight classes. You didn't say 8. Salute to you. He said 7, y'all, not 8. Y'all do know it's not 8. They try and tell us it's 8. It's not. It's 7. Thank you, Victor. Y'all do know that, right? It's not 8. It's 7. So salute to you. Willie Low, Willie Low, Willie Low. Now, Victor, you mean well. You mean well, but I need you to stay focused. The title of the show is Deontay Wilder's told to retire, but Manny Pacquiao was encouraged to continue, and he did. 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 And I just read his box rec. I don't know if you just pulled up, good brother. He did. I'm not refuting anything you just posted. But the title of my show is Deontay Wilder is told to retire, but Manny Pacquiao was encouraged to continue. And I show a picture of him on the floor versus Juan Manuel Marquez. After that fight, if he retired, I wouldn't have had no problem, because you know why? He's still a Hall of Famer. But he kept on. And he went on to have some wins after that. That's my point. Deontay got up. He beat the count. He wasn't good enough to continue, but he beat the count. My question is, why aren't black fighters, in this instance, why isn't Deontay extended the same courtesy? Why? I'm questioning the integrity of the atmosphere of boxing. And I'll tell you why. I've just told you why. Black fighters don't ever get extended the same courtesy for shit. And we have a history on our side. And they'll say, ain't no racism in boxing. Jack Johnson? Oh, well, that was back then. All right. Let's go up another 100 years. Muhammad Ali, anyone? Oh, well, that was then. Okay. Darby Holmes? Oh, well, yeah. All right, please. All right. I can keep going. I can keep going. And what's consistent with the sport of boxing is they love you when you're a train wreck. Mike Tyson was America's favorite train wreck. They love you when you look like you're about to pop your own head off. Jail was the best thing to happen to him, although he went on some nonsense, because I think that chick lied. But that was God or Allah at that time telling him, bro, you got to go sit down because you're doing too much and somebody's going to pop your head off. Because they ain't fighting you in the street. Him going to prison, that was the best thing for him. Trust me, it was. He had to sit down and think about it. Relax, bro. Relax, bro. Plus, when he was gone, the heavyweight division got real thick. And I don't know how it would have worked out if he fought Ike Ibeabuchi. I don't know. I don't know how it would have worked out if he fought David Tua. I don't know. We don't know. But he had to go sit his ass down before he would get in trouble outside the ring. You understand? You understand? This is the mystique about Tank Davis. They were trying to make him the new Mike Tyson. And he was obliging them with his bullshit outside the ring. Snatching up chicks at a basketball game, getting into car accidents. Adrian Broner putting a spotlight on himself for bullshit outside the ring. And when they do that, they run to black channels. Oh, what about this? You don't want to talk about this? I just saw a fool up in here just now. Oh, when he betrayed his own flesh and blood. What, you want to talk about Marcellus? You know why I'm not going to talk about that? Because I don't know. And guess what? Fun fact. Just me and you in it, yeah? I don't care. I don't care. That's none of my business. I don't know what the fuck that was. People I don't know hit me in DM. Yo, what's this? Yo, nigga, stop asking me. I don't know. I don't care. And you don't know. You have such unconditional hatred for this man that anything that can be perceived as negative, you run with it. Why? Black man, because ain't nothing but a nigga doing that. How the fuck do y'all get out of bed and look at yourself in the mirror every morning? You guys are disgusting. Todd French in that super chat, he said, yep, and he doesn't have 10 straight title defenses. I'm just asking. I'm asking to be educated because I don't know. I'm asking y'all. How many fighters from strawweight to heavyweight have 10 title defenses straight? I'm just asking. Educate me. Because if there are more than one, congratulations. Deontay Wilder joins that. Tucson Everson back in that super chat. He said, Deontay Wilder, the most duck boxer this century after Rigo. Man, we could do a whole show about Rigo. Right in our face, right on the radar, and outside of us, who else was talking about that? Man, that was messed up, man. What they did to Rigo, that was messed up. Now he took a couple of L's. No one cares. No one even wants to talk about him anymore. That is messed up, man. By the way, Rigo's black, if you don't know. I know he's Cuban, but he's black. Look what they did to King Kong Ortiz. Remember him? He was avoided. Who took care of that work? 2 times. I rest my case. You say you have an ear to the ground. Tay Jones. Do you know Tay Jones? Well, spill the beans, man. Let's get ugly with it. Let's get messy. You have an ear to the ground. Who do you know? Because Tay Jones is in the chat. Tay Jones is in the chat. Who's in the camp? What are you talking about, dude? Don't tell me what you know because you have an ear to the ground. I have an ear to the ground. I've spoken to Tay Jones while D was hitting the bag. What are you doing? So drop some names. Tell me who you know. So let's get messy. No. Don't do that. Willie Lowe's also here. You got Bomb Squad in my chat. Get messy. But see, this is what I'm talking about, y'all. Now he has an inside guy, and he knows some things that he wants to keep quiet on, but look at the title of my show. Read what he says, and now read the title of my show. And this is why I want my brother to walk away. Not that he's incapable of doing something special, but I don't want to have to deal with this shit. This shit. Now what you want to be is wrong and strong. Now you have some ace in the hole. That's what you're doing now, Brian, on a new account. Now you got inside information. Meanwhile, I got Willie Lowe in the chat, and I got Tay Jones on speed dial, damn near. But now there's something going on in the Molina camp, and you'll keep quiet on that. Don't keep quiet. Get messy. Because you're proving my point. Wilder has a couple of hiccups in his career in the ring. He got to go. Manny Pacquiao had a major hiccup, a few hiccups, and the machine, along with the people, are telling him to keep going. In fact, he was trying to get on the Olympic team at damn near 50 years old. And nobody's saying anything. That's Kirk Johnson, salute. Our brother says, Wilder, go fight more fights, 2 no names, and then you'll be back. Don't retire. Salute, good brother. That's Kirk Johnson, ladies and gentlemen. That's the real Kirk Johnson. Salute. We never get the benefit of the doubt, man. I promise you. Devin, don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it, bro. It's bullshit, bro. He's asking who's Marcellus. Don't even worry about it, brother. I was talking about something else. Don't even worry about it. It's insignificant. It's insignificant. Mr. Ishmael in that super chat, he said heavyweights with 10 or more title defenses are Thank you, because I was asking. Lewis, Holmes, Klitschko, Tommy Burns, Wilder, and then Ali, in that order, Drew. Hashtag, salute, man, salute. Because I was asking, because I didn't know. So Deontay joins that elite. And he couldn't make it to 11 because of the machine. He couldn't make it to 11. The machine stopped him. The machine they saw more value. Freedom's March, salute. Reef, what up? They see more value in what they thought Tyson Fury brought to the table. What did he bring to the table? Other than drugs, a dead body, a bald head. The machine sees value in that. His gift of gab or lack thereof. Him admitting that he used drugs. Huh? That's what you like? Yo, listen, the machine saw such good value in what's going on in the UK. You know what they did? They tried to make George is in the chat. George, one round with George. He's in the chat. You know what killed HBO? When I started watching Boxing After Dark and all this other shit, and I thought I was looking at the Oshheimer Network. Because I swear to God, there was nothing but a bunch of European fighters there. I'm like, what are they doing? Triple G, Lomachenko, Klitschko 1, Klitschko 2. They even threw a Japanese kid in there at one point. And I think he knocked out James Kirkland. Fucking Jim Lampley started saying the Klitschko's name like how they say it in their country. Vitaly Klitschko. I was like, what are you doing? Yeah, Cinnamon Savage Ishida, that guy. I remember him. I'm like, why is he saying it? Tonight, Vitaly Klitschko. I'm like, why is he saying it like that? Oh, I get it. You remember the advertisement where they showed the brothers sitting there playing war games on that thing? Oh, we take over boxing. Ha ha. You remember that? I was like, yeah, that's cute, but check this out. Yeah, Kovalev. I was like, yeah, they really mean that. They really mean that. I picked up on that. And I have a problem with the Klitschkos, because the thing is, if you ain't like what they were doing, beat them. That's cool. But goddamn, man. And I said, who's this Gennady Golovkin? Okay, and I just watched him. And I'm watching. I said, okay, he's not bad. Okay, and I watched him, and I watched him, and I watched him, and I watched him. And then the Marvin Hagler comparisons came. And I said, oh shit, don't do that. Don't do that. Please don't do that. Please, let me just watch and enjoy these fighters develop. Because here I am saying, yo, I'm just watching boxing with an open heart. And I just want to see who's good. Oh, right? And they kept on. And next thing you know, Gennady Golovkin's he's better than Bernard Hopkins. And he's better than Marvelous Marvin Hagler. And I said, you know what, man? All right. Okay. And soon, they killed themselves. And I firmly believe that the people have spoken. And they said, we're not dealing with this shit. We're not watching this shit. We had Abel Sanchez talking about black fighters don't sell and we fight in an unexciting style. Now, Brian, if you're still listening, Abel Sanchez said that when he was training Gennady Golovkin. He said black fighters fight in an unexciting style. And I said, well, who the fuck is he talking about? Because Deontay Wilder was very active. Hell, AJ was active. So what are you talking about, Abel? Y'all remember Dmitry Pirog? Oh, man, I was high on him. I was high on Pirog. But you know what would have happened? I think he had a car accident and he fucked his back up. Y'all remember Dmitry Pirog? He was one of those, ain't he like Ukrainian or something? But he fought with soul. Like he looked like a bigger Vasily Lomachenko. But he had rhythm. Had he stayed healthy, he'd have been a problem. But you know he was on HBO. You know what they were about to do, right? They're going to hijack him. Next thing you know, he'd have been better than Roy Jones. Right? Right. Matter of fact, oops. Okay? This is what I'm talking about, y'all. Y'all remember this?
Black fighters fight in a style that is not pleasing to the fans, let's just say, and that's why they don't sell. And that's why they don't sell. And that's why they don't sell.
Oh, there you go. You see his legs, he's done this fight. Nobody has a chance to knock him out with a minute still to go in the 8th round. The body shot, he's hurt from the body shot. Bam. Body shot. Body shots and a left hook. Yeah, he's probably hit the body shot. Seconds to go in the round. Crowd rocking and rolling. Ward, like the smart finisher that he is, trying to go to the body. He's going to stop the fight.
Black fighters fight in a style that is not pleasing to the fans.
Needs to get back in the center as King Kong trudges forward. A right hand, down goes Ortiz. Oh my goodness. This one is over.
Black fighters fight in a style that is not pleasing to the fans.
Pace. Some good work. He will get nailed here with the right hand. Yep. And he was throwing his own left hand.
Black fighters fight in a style that is not pleasing to the fans.
Left hand shown by Wilder. There's a right hand, drives Makovic into the ropes. Down he goes. And it's over just like that.
Black fighters fight in a style that is not pleasing to the fans.
Bellew qui titube un peu là. Oh, l'attaque de Stevenson. Le jab là. C'est bon. Oh. Oh! C'est terminé. Stevenson.
Black fighters fight in a style that is not pleasing to the fans.
There's a left hook right there. Sharp left hook with the right hand. 1-2. And now Haney's got that fire in his eyes. A one-hitter quitter. Devin Haney
situation, and it was a body shot that did it. The body shot caught his attention, came upstairs with a haymaker that landed dead on the chin.
Black fighters fight in a style that is not pleasing to the fans. Black fighters fight in a style that is not pleasing to the fans.
Garcia, he told me that he saw Mayweather fight. He says the only other guy or challenges is Gennady Golovkin. I mean, what do you have to say about that, and do you agree?
Well, you know, Robert is not a biased guy because he doesn't have nothing to do with Gennady. So if a great trainer like Robert thinks that we have a chance, and I think it's a fight that needs to be made. I think it's a fight that the public demands and the public deserves. Maybe it'll be a better fight than the 2nd of May.
Last question on Mayweather. Let's say Gennady and him do good in there. How does that fight play out, Abel? You as a coach, you know your fighter, you know Floyd. How does that fight play out if they actually do fight at 154?
It doesn't go in the second part of the fight. It doesn't go in the second half. Mayweather just will finally meet a guy, not so much with power, but a guy that will equal his skill. And it's the kind of fight that that Gennady needs to show his skills. He hasn't had a chance, really. He walked Martin Murray down and really didn't use any of his techniques and technical stuff. With Martin Murray, it was a punching bag that was there, and Gennady was able to touch him with anything. But I think that if we fight Floyd will force Gennady to use his skills early in the fight, and I think it'll end somewhere in the 7th. Black fighters fight in a style that is not pleasing to the fans, let's just say, and that's why they don't sell.
Black fighters don't sell, but he was trying to get Gennady Golovkin versus Floyd at 154. Black fighters fight in an unexciting style, but I just showed you, you know, Charlos, fucking, you know, Tank, Devin, right? I know. Salute to John with the super sticker. Much love and appreciation, man. Thank you. Yeah, Robert. Where's Abel Sanchez now? By the way, Gennady, they fell out over money. And I recall something in the article, him saying, yeah, I looked at Gennady like a son, and I can't believe he did this to me, or something to that effect. And I'm like, man, that man, you know, Gennady Golovkin is a twin, right? He has a twin brother. Those dudes know who their father is, and it ain't you. It ain't you. So he said, get up out of here. I'm going to get a portion of this DAZN money, and I ain't going to share it with you. And I'm going to get a third Canelo fight. How about that? And the last time I saw Abel Sanchez in any corner, guess where it was? You might never know. It was with a black fighter. You know where that black fighter was? Tucson. Erickson back in that super chat. Salute, man. He said Abel did a lot of that of the cooning because Charlo was the mandatory and Lara Andrade wanted that action just to get dumped when Triple G got the DAZN bag. Exactly. That's what I just said, good brother. Yes. Exactly. Exactly. Now, do y'all remember who was the last person we saw Abel Sanchez with? Or Fable Sanchez, what I like to call him. It was Dominic Brazil. And he fought Otto Wallin. A black fighter. I mean, I know he had that good hair, right? Remember, I don't have a ghetto dictionary. Remember that? Remember that guy? Deontay punched that nigga so hard, his head flew into my lap, and I was on the second floor. I was like, Jesus! And I held up his head. He was like, hey, bring back! I was like, oh shit, I had to run down the ring and attach that shit. You don't see me. I had to attach his shit back. Put the mouthpiece back in his head and shit. Man, it was crazy. Real shit, that happened. Yeah. And that's the last time we saw Abel Sanchez was in his corner. And Dominic looked bad. And by the way, the white guy that was on the floor having a seizure, that was Sergey Lahovich. No one told him to retire. He fought several times. He ain't win all of them after that, but he fought several times after that. His last fight was in 2020, I believe. So the point of the show was not to down Manny Pacquiao, to bring Wilder up. I put those pictures side by side to make a point. Remember, Deontay beat the count. He wasn't good enough, in my opinion. It was a good stoppage. He wasn't good enough to continue. But all it is, retire, 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 retire. I'm like, what are you talking about? Now, if you're talking about retire because the sport of boxing don't deserve a guy like Wilder, I agree with you. Hell, if you feel for health reasons, you need to hang it up. I'm not going to hate on you for that because I don't want to see my brother get hurt. But I'm saying if he decides to get back in the saddle, what I'm going to do? We here, I'm going to talk about it. That's it. That's his decision. And I understand the concern. I'm not saying y'all right or wrong. I'm just saying I understand. But at the end of the day, it's his decision. And if he decides to do it, I'm rocking with him, period. But I want him to hang it up because of the atmosphere. Look at how they treated Manny Pacquiao. Look at how they treat other fighters after losses. You'll be back. You're okay. You'll be back. Manny Pacquiao got flatlined. I thought he killed him. I thought Marquez killed him finally. I said, oh, shit. After I jumped up, I was like, oh. I said, ooh, whoa. Is he okay? Is he breathing? In the Barclays, when D flatlined Hellenist, we was like, oh! And you hear me on the video saying, whoa. Is he moving? You hear me say that. I don't want to die in that ring. Is he okay? That's what I said. Is he okay? Devin Haney, Deontay, Errol, yes, Errol is in that group. You knuckle draggers don't deserve him. You don't. These brothers are doing everything. You might not like it, but it's okay. Doing everything. The reality is some of you guys are just weird. You guys are just weird and you hate, and you hate, and you hate. You like seeing that shit. But let me go on record to say this. Young Abel in that super chat, much love. He said, I'm the real Abel, and I love our black fighters. You know, salute, brother. Hell yeah. Eric Jordan in that super chat, he said, Abel was afraid of Fury's ninja sword. Oh, man. I got you, good brother.
Then let him taste the fury of my Negasword!
When you consider the alternatives, look at who you're bigging up. Now, someone came up here and said, you don't have to down Manny to bring Wilder up. I don't need to do that. But look at your alternatives. As it pertains to Deontay Wilder, look at the alternatives. You down him to bring up who? Tyson Fury? All we hear about is, oh man, his skill set, and he's so big in his skill set. Y'all don't ever want to talk about what he's done outside the ring. Y'all don't ever want to talk about his second life in boxing was because of Deontay Wilder. Y'all don't want to talk about that. Y'all don't ever want to talk about his association with a drug kingpin from Ireland who's still at large with a $5 million bounty on his head from our country. Never want to talk about how ESPN will even discuss how he's not allowed on our soil in America. Y'all don't want to talk about that. Y'all never want to talk about what's important. Y'all don't. But I know I'm crazy though, right? Fine, I'll be crazy. And what did we talk about here? This dude Brian comes in here and starts talking about how he had a shitty camp, bums in the camp, and things that he knew. He had an ear to the ground. Meanwhile, I literally talk to Tay Jones almost every day, but he has an ear to the ground. All of this stuff. And it's like, bro, what are you really saying? What are you really saying? Be messy with it. Drop names. We here. But we knew what was going on in Fury's camp, and we knew that he postponed his camp because he wanted to cycle off of some bullshit. He left the whole country in the middle of a pandemic. He leaves the country because everyone called COVID, and everybody that we asked in the camp, yo, COVID. Parker was at a UFC event that Saturday night. It was like, yo, man, you COVID. He was like, what? Exactly. You don't want to talk about that, but you dropped names about how fucked off Deontay's camp was. How convenient. How convenient. And you see, ladies and gentlemen, this is the bullshit that we fight against. If there was no us, has ESPN said one thing about Daniel Kennedy? About MTK Global? About how the former WBC champion couldn't darken the doorstep of America? Because he was on the no-fly list? Has ESPN ever even said that? No. But they got everything to say about Deontay Wilder. They got Stephen A. Snitch talking about how he's stupid. Fuck you, nigga. Fuck you, for real. Dumbass. That's the shit I'm talking about. He couldn't get on here and say, you know, I don't understand it. You know, I feel bad for Champ. You know, if he wants to continue, that's great. You know, you know, I think it's time for him to retire. Say something like that. But he got on his airwaves and called him stupid. And this is the nigga nonsense that I'm talking about. Eric Jordan in that super chat, he said Abel was afraid of his fighters would go to sleep. For good. Lightweight. That nigga's going back and forth in the... And if you don't know, it's fuck Stephen A. Snitch forever off of that alone. I'm not concerned about anything he has to say moving forward, man. YouTube 91 says, I just got blocked off a taco hat. Well, forget that guy, man. Y'all want to go listen to a guy that got some lunch on his head? You go ahead, bro. Look, I'll tell y'all where to go. But these clowns are reduced to saying that, you know, we're just moist for supporting Devin Haney after he was done an injustice. And we're moist for supporting Deontay Wilder when American media and you niggas would not. You niggas. And yeah, I'm talking about that meathead over there with fucking taco on his head. Clown, beady-eyed, buck dancing, stupid nigga clown. You niggas are for sale and you think we don't see it. But I see it.
Nigga!
Fucking apes. Anyway, I'm up out of here. It's the General's birthday. Let's go over there. Salute to everybody in November. There's out of Cash App, the Super Chat. Yeah. Stay black. I'm always on code. I don't know what the rest of everyone else is doing, but I'm on code. Salute to my brother Deontay. You know, you can salute Manny Pacquiao. You can do that. But I was just making a point. He was told to continue and he did. Black fighter, retire. Michael Vick, take his money. He should never play pro football again. But there was a rapist on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Right? Okay. Bronx on deck.
Move! Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay.